ask if you're not understanding.
So then they end up meeting over here because the hare moves to here again since it's completed its first circle, and the tortoise moves to here. So this tile is the orange tile. That's why the correct answer is C, orange. Is everybody understanding so far? Okay, so I'll move on to the next question. Here, wait, this is the next question. So, Rita has a pile of 6 clean shirts and she has to put them into her 4 drawers. So she'll take one shirt at a time from the top of the pile and put it in a drawer. She starts with the top drawer, then the second, and then the third. And when she puts a shirt in the bottom drawer, the next shirt will again start from the top. Yeah. So the question is, in which drawer will the last shirt go? So if you see this, the first shirt will go here. Then the second shirt will go here. The third shirt will go here. And the fourth shirt will go here. Then the fifth shirt again goes back to the start because you have filled the bottom one. So you have to start from the top again. So then the last shirt goes in this one, the circle. So that's why the answer is B, circle. Everybody understanding so far? All right. So should I move on to the next question, or does anybody have any doubts with the previous question so far? Does anybody have any doubts? Okay, so I'll move on to the next question. So now this one is a B for Aryabhatta and A for Brahmagupta. So this is the football that beavers want to make a football like this. So for that, they have to take a material from one of these four and fold it into a football. Now, which of these materials do you think can make a football like this one? You can type the answer in chat to me. Okay, so somebody said a C. So you can check that again because look at this. For the black pentagons, there are five sides, right? The black parts. You can wait, I'll annotate. If you count, these have 5 sides. One here and like so on. And then you have 5 sides for the black one. If you take a white part like this one, you have 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, 5 sides, and 6 sides. So if you look again here, you'll see that in option C, the white sides have only three shapes. I mean, only three sides. So C is wrong because it should have six. And the same way, B is also wrong because the white one should have six sides. Now, if we look between A and D, it seems that A will be the correct answer because in D, there is lot of space between each black shape. So, for example, if you look at this part over here, you can see that almost three white pieces are touching each other, which does not happen in any other part of the shape. So, over here, the three of them don't directly touch each other on a corner. So that's why D is not the answer, but A is the answer. Is everybody understanding so far? Is everybody understanding? I'll start the next question. So one person is learning a type of painting called Varley painting, which looks like this image over here. And to draw it, you have to use the help of some cards which show the instructions on how to make this. So you have to follow the step-by-step instructions. But what happened is this person accidentally dropped the cards and they got mixed up. So then the order got changed like this. So now you have to put it in proper order. So you should put the first step and then the next step. So it should show each step of trying to draw this one. So now we can send the answer to me in chat again. So for the order, you should start with the one with the which is the least complexity. So for example, with C, for example, and then move on to the one which adds more steps to it. So a few people have already given the answer, so I'll start explaining it now. So since this is the simplest one, you have to start with this, then move on to the next one, which is E. Then the next one, the arms are drawn. So B. After that, this one, the legs are drawn. So then A. Then in F, this lollipop-like thing is drawn. Then for D, this pattern is made over here. So the correct order is C, E, B, A, F, D, or option 2. So if everybody's understanding, I'll move on to the next question. Also, B does not come, wait. Yeah, B comes before A because legs are drawn after, yeah. I accidentally said B, I think, instead. So this is, the next question is, a person is making burger with these ingredients. And there are a few rules in making the burger. So the rules are that the sauce, this sauce should be right on top of the patty. And then the patty and cheese should always be below the pickles, lettuce, and onions. And then the onions should never touch the buns. And all the ingredients should be inside the two buns. Everybody understanding so far? Then the question is, of these four burgers, which of them is assembled correctly? Yes. Here. So remember the four rules. Sauce is always above patty. Patty and cheese are below pickles, lettuce, onions. And onions cannot touch buns. And everything has to be inside buns. So somebody said C, but that's actually a little wrong because the first rule is that sauce should always be right above patty. In C, the cheese is in between the patty and the sauce. So it cannot be C. Yeah, the correct answer is D. So it follows all the rules. The sauce is right above the patty. The lettuce, pickles, and onions are above the patty and cheese. And the onions are not touching the bun. And everything is inside the buns. Okay. So now I'll move on to the next question. This one. So this beaver is trying to go to the its grandma. So for that, there are multiple routes to go, and you have to figure out which of the routes is correct. Okay, so the correct answer is A, because let's follow this A. So the beaver goes from here, it goes to this cherry kind of bush. From there, it goes to the white birch tree. From there, it goes to a normal tree. Then it goes to one very thick trunk tree, and then to the house. So A is correct option. So the next question is at one construction site, the houses are built using different blocks. So if you have this pattern of blocks, the crane builds a house by starting with the first block, then placing the second block, and so on. So for this one, it placed the first block here. Sorry, here. Then the second, oh wait, let me start over. It placed the first block over, this is the first block. Then this is the second block it placed. This is the third block. This is the fourth block. So the blocks have to correspond. So for example, it cannot keep the triangle first because the triangle is fourth in order. So now here's the question. Using this sequence, wait, yeah. Using this sequence of blocks, which of these houses cannot be built? Which of the houses cannot be built using this sequence? Okay, so the correct answer is C. Because if we look at C, it first starts with this block, which is this one, number one. Then number two is this, the triangle shape, which is over here. Number three is a shaded block. But over here, number three is placed on top of a cross block, which is not possible because it has to place the shaded block before placing the cross block. Since it comes before in the order, it cannot place this block before and then this on top of it. That is why C is wrong. Okay, so I'll move on to the next question. Now this question is a C for Aryabhatta, a B for Brahmagupta, and A for Bhaskara, difficulty wise. According to this question, one person is playing a sticks game. So in that, they have to pick up sticks which are dropped on a table. There are a few rules though. They can only pick up one stick at a time and can only pick up a stick if no other stick is covering it. So, for example, in this order, you have to first pick up the stick which is on the topmost and not being covered by anything, which is this gray color stick. So the gray color stick has to be picked up first. That is why it is first in the order. And then after the gray color stick, the white color stick is the second one, which will then be not covered. So that will become the second stick. And the last stick is the black color stick. So the question is, in this kind of stack, what will be the order of picking them up? Okay, so for B, the thing is it starts with the black stick. So the black stick is actually yeah. So this one in B option, the black stick is picked up first. But if you see in uh, the order, black stick is being covered by multiple sticks, and that goes against the rule. According to the rule, the stick or only the stick on the top can be picked up. So that's why B is wrong. The correct answer is C. So let's see that. So the first stick is the gray stick with black dots. And this is the stick on the very top. The next one is the white color stick, which is the second in the order. And then the next stick is the black color stick with the white dots. And you can check the entire order and it keeps following it. Okay, so now I'll move on to the next question. Sticker collection. So 4 people, Ajay, Divya, Ram, and Seema, they collect stickers of things they like. Each one, however, likes only one thing. They want to share 4 new stickers so that each one of them gets a sticker that fits their collection. Ajay does not like cars, but he likes snacks. Divya does not like flowers. And Ram exchanged his car sticker with Divya. And Seema is an animal lover. So now, for this question, would anybody else like to solve it? Okay. Vidya Bandekar, that is your username in Zoom. Would you like to answer this question? Okay. Yeah. Can you try speaking again? I can't clearly hear you. Uh,
Can I do it?
yeah, sure.
Okay. Could you scroll up real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ajay does not like cars but likes snacks. So we can just directly say that he likes the burger. Divya does not like flowers, so we'll wait for that. Ram exchanged his car sticker with Divya, so that means that Divya has a car sticker now because Ram exchanged it with her. Seema is an animal lover, so we'll just give her the dog. So that leaves, sorry, I made a mistake. Just give me a second. Okay, so Ram exchanged his car sticker with Divya, so that means Divya gets the car sticker. And Seema is an animal lover, so she must be having the dog sticker. And that means that Ram is left with the flower. So could you scroll down? So mm, the option will be Ajay likes burgers. Divya will have a car, so it can be either B or D. And Ram ends up with a flower, so that means it has to be B.
Okay. So I'll move on. If does anybody else want to solve the next question? I'll explain it first. This is there is a type of art style where you have to draw it on the floor with a chalk. So first you have to make dots and then draw lines around those dots. So in this type of art form, you can turn the line, but you cannot do a sharp turn like a 90-degree turn, and you can cross over the line, but you have to start and end at the same point, which forms a continuous pattern. So this is an example one where the pattern is drawn like in this way, and it ends up in a straight, in a sort of line, in a continuous loop. So the question is, using this set of rules in this art style, which of these cannot be drawn? So would anybody else like to answer this question?
Could
Uh,
you scroll? Could you scroll up to the top for a sec?
okay, Vidya Bandekar, that's your username. Can you please, can you try solving this question and explaining the solution?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
C is the correct answer
Can you explain why C is the correct answer?
because it is drawn. Um, the pen is lifted while drawing it.
Okay, so if you look at C, um, first one line is drawn like this, and then another line is drawn like this, which is not allowed, since columns have to be made of one singular line and cannot be made of two lines or by lifting. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah,
All right. So now I'll continue. So that is why C is the correct option. Does everybody understand this question?
yeah.
Okay. So now I'll move on to the next question. This one is about necklaces. So there's a type of necklace which is drawn, which is made by always starting with this pattern. So where there'll be one bead of wavy and one blue bead. So from this, you can continue the pattern by either adding a blue bead on both sides. So for example, like this, where you take the original pattern and add two blue beads on either side, or you can add two wavy beads to the rightmost end of the string. So this is the original pattern. And then you add two wavy beads right on the right of the string. So everybody understanding this? The question now is which of these does not follow the rules? Okay, so now I'll start explaining this. If the correct answer is D. So if you look at all of these necklaces, they are they do not follow the pattern. They follow the pattern because, for example, here it starts. Yeah, they all follow the pattern because of for this one, the option A, it starts here. You add two blue beads and then add two rightmost wavy beads and then two more rightmost wavy beads. So this option is correct, meaning it does satisfy. So that means it's not the answer. So if you look at B, for B, it starts from here. So for this, you add one blue bead on either side, then add one more blue bead on either side, and followed by two more beads on the very right. Now for this one starts over here. You add two beads to the right, then one blue bead on either side, and then two more beads to the right. So this one is also correct. But if we check D, you'll see that it does not work because we start from here, then you add one blue bead on either side, but there's one random blue bead over here, which is not possible. So it does not work. That's why the correct answer is D. It's the only one which is not a proper necklace. This next question is about dominoes. So if you ever played dominoes, you might remember the rules that if you have a few domino pieces, you can arrange them such that the side with same number of dots are aligned. So this one we can arrange such that this domino piece touches this domino piece because this side and this side both have 6 dots each. And now we can add one more domino over here, which one side is empty and other side has some number of dots. This is how dominoes works. Is everybody understanding? Okay, so the question is using these seven domino tiles, which is the longest row achievable? Now for this question, would anybody else like to explain and solve it? Okay, so I'll solve this one. So if we start this, we can start with this pattern. So this is the 6-6 domino. Then we continue with this one, where we have this pattern on one side, the 6 pattern, on the other side is blank. we can continue the blank piece like this. And the other side is a 2 pattern. Then next is this one, because it has a 2 pattern on one side and a 5 pattern on the other side. Now this is the final one because this has a 5 pattern here, but the other side is a 6 pattern. And we don't have any more 6 dominoes left because we have already used all our 6 dominoes. The only dominoes left are 3 and 1 dot dominoes. That means the longest possible chain is 5. That's why the answer is D. So the answer is D. I'll move on to the. So now that is all the questions for Aryabhatta. So I'm going to stop this session now. And somebody else can start doing Brahma Gupta C on a different session. So this all the Aryabhatta ones are done though. So I'm going to end this meeting. But if anybody has any doubts, you can feel free to ask.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm ending the meeting then.